So guys, this is what we do on a Saturday. Get called out. Well, I say called out, it's not quite a call out, it's just that this is a tenanted property and they have a leak. I've been to this bathroom before and I replaced the waste on it because that was leaking, but I did tell the client, the landlord, that they would have problems with this bath because of the way it's been fitted. I do think that it's been thrown in rather than fitted, and a lot of things have been fitted to old pipework and old fittings, and they should have really been replaced. And this is a prime example of a heating engineer who services boilers claiming that they are a plumber, and I explained you don't have to be a plumber to be a heating engineer. You can literally just go on the course, get your basic plumbing skill to do it, and you're on the course. Because I know that a lot of heating engineers only service boilers, they don't do plumbing or anything like that, which is part of fitting boilers obviously, and all doing all pipe work, and that's all they are taught to do. And fortunately this guy has been in fitting the bathroom, guns blazing, I can do anything sort of thing, and it's just not a very good fit at all. It's a very small bath as well. This is not a normal sized bath, it just literally fits into this little gap on the, you'll see in a minute when we get in there. But yeah, we're just going to get there now. I don't live very far away. Like I said, I've been to this property before, about 6 months ago when I did the waste, but I do think she'll have problems, the landlady. That's right, we're almost there, and we'll have a look at what needs doing. So last time I came I had to remove this panel, and it was a tile panel, so I left all the tiles behind the bath just in case we needed to reuse them and re-stick them to this panel, but we didn't bother because we thought we might have more problems. So here we go, just having a look under here, and it seems to be leaking from this joint here. Now what we're going to have to do is take this joint out and replace the waste pipe, I think. So what I'm going to do is put a compression fitting onto the grey pipe and then use solvent weld from there to make it a little bit easier to fit, and obviously resolve the issue for the client. Now as you can see, it is quite wet there, and it isn't leaking overly bad. Obviously probably just doing it every now and again. So there you go. So what we're going to do is remove it. I'm going to take off the trap and undo it the best I can here, because there's not a lot of room to work with underneath this bath, and this is a bit of water just poured out there of the trap, so that's probably just gone on the floor. So what I'm going to do is use a new piece of waste pipe here. Now Solvent Weld waste pipe is a lot thicker, it's a lot harder to cut through, so I'm using some PVC pipe cutters here, and what I do is I just twist them around the pipe so that it makes a score line, and then it should just slice its way through. There you see me twisting it, and when I've done this I'm going to cut a shorter piece to go on the elbow, and that will take it up to the grey push fit type pipe. Push fit pipe is a lot smaller than solvent weld, so you do need to use a compression because your fittings will not mate with each other, and also if you're using different makes of pipe as well, they don't always fit together right well. So the compression fittings do work quite well if you're going from one to the other. So I'm cutting a little bit of pipe off now. This is what's going to go into the elbow once it comes off, and again just twisting the pipe so that it makes a score line and so I can cut through it. Now what I do is I use a bit of sandpaper on the ends of the pipe just to rough it up and get rid of any burring that might be on the pipe, because you don't want it basically using on the inside either to catch any hair, because there will be some hair going down this waste because it's a shower as well. And then I use some solvent weld, and I brush the solvent weld all the way around, put plenty on, and then I brush it away from the pipe so it's going into the ends. Then I get the fitting, push it on, give it a good twist, and then I get the other piece of pipe and then just do the same again. Now I don't do the inside of the fittings because I don't want any lips on the inside of the glue, because you will get a lip inside there. If you do it that way, it will push all that glue to the edge inside and you will get a lip, and that will cause blockages. So I don't do it that way. Just put plenty on the pipe itself, and that will obviously hold and glue it together, and it'll make sure it's sealed anyway, because it does. So what I'm going to do is put it all back together before I put it back under the bath. Put the trap on. So the first thing you do is put the nuts on, and then the washer, and then the rubber seal, and then put the trap on and just tighten it all up like that, and make sure it's in line the way you want it to go. So obviously I've got an elbow on the other end, so I need to make sure it's the right way around before I put it back in, and then I just shove it in back under the bath. Slide it in nice and easy, and once you've got it in position, I'm going to connect it up to the grey pipe now. So first I need to cut a little bit off, because obviously I've added a bit onto the white solvent weld, and again I'm just using my PVC pipe cutters there. This is a lot softer, so it goes through a bit easier, and again I'm just removing the nut, the washer and the rubber seal, and placing that onto the pipe, and then just tighten that up. And once we've done that, it'd be time to get it connected up to the waste. So there's the waste underneath the bath, and as you can see it's a little bit wet because obviously I removed the trap and the water out of the trap came onto the floor. There's not a lot of room underneath this bath, so it's very hard to maneuver, but these fittings should only be really hand tight, depending on how tight you can tighten it with your fingers. I'm pretty good, I've got a strong grip. Now the water pressure on this bath is not the best. She's got the washing machine on downstairs, so it's really affecting the flow, and as you can see this is a speeded up video, and this is how long it took to get the water into the bath so I could test it. So there's just about enough there to fill the trap back up, so I'm filling the trap back up, just wiping away any of the water that was already there so we can see any other water that might come out if it is leaking, which I don't think it is. I'm quite confident with what I've done here, and I'm hoping that'll work. Now all of a sudden we found some water pressure, so I managed to get a bit more in the bath and tested it again, and it seems to be fine. Right, that kind of resolves that one for now. As you can tell, I just need to put my van back. I have a little hatch in my van here for putting like that piece of waste pipe in, so I don't have to put it on the roof rack. There's a bit of a ball ache doing that. Anyway, tenant's happy now, landlord's happy, I'm happy. Now as you can probably tell by that, I'd already replaced the waste on that, and I just joined it up to the old waste pipe. And last time I spoke to the landlady, I says, I think you're going to have more problems. I says, and once you start something, you'll not stop. So basically, obviously I've renewed the waste now and replaced the knuckle, the bend, with a solvent weld one. So what we can do next, if I have to go back, is basically renew it through the wall. But that's obviously going into bosses and everything, but if we're doing that, we might as well renew the waste from the sink and thing. But for now that's like a semi-temporary repair, so hopefully that'll last now, because we could really do with getting that bath out on that one. and redoing it. I'm just putting a shower in, but the water pressure is shocking in this house, and it's not right good anywhere on these properties. So we're going to try and get that resolved as well at some point. But this is just like your typical call out, just doing enough to tide it over, and it'll probably last a long time. I mean, I'm not saying it's a total bodge up, but whenever you are joining Solvent Weld pipe fittings onto push fit, you do need to use those compression ones. The Solvent Weld ones, the pipe is a lot thicker than push fit type, and the compression can do both. So when you put the Solvent Weld into compression, it doesn't need as much tightening as the push fit one. So there you go. I'm just on my way to drop a parcel off for the wife. Busy selling stuff on Vinted, and I'm off back home. Put my feet up for the rest of the day. Probably not, because I'll probably find something to do. So yeah, right, I'm just going to drop my parcel off. Right, I'll just go to the next one then, shall I? There. Just park here, be easier. Right, in post lockers, fantastic. Oh, parcel delivered on my way back home. So anyway guys, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all the support I'm getting on this channel. We're going well past 4,000 subscribers now, and that's good. I would like to get more revenue out of it, of course, so that's why I'm doing more and more videos now, and they might be crap, but I don't care. But it just gives you an insight into what I do, doesn't it? And you know, you might get something out of it, you might not, but there you go. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, Saturday morning call out, and I'll catch you in another video soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching guys.